Hello again, Miriam from YMCA with another 30-minute Pilates session for you. Take it easy as always, don't push too hard, but if you're ready for a challenge then go for it. We'll offer options always. We'll start with some standing stretches and then come straight down to the floor. So let's breathe in and lift our arms up. Big breath in, stretch tall, and then reach up and over. So pull your belly in and curl your ribs over towards your hips, keeping your lower half steady. Lower your arms down and then just come down as far as you're able to at the moment. It might only be to your knees, it might be to your shins, or you might go all the way to the floor. That's your choice. Let's roll up again. Roll yourself up, stretch up tall. Big breath in as you go and then come forward again. So this is our standing roll downs. Pulling our belly in, getting used to rolling our ribs towards hips and stretching down. Let's lift up one more time. And just lower hands to your sides. Exhale and roll shoulders. Give yourself a little roll. Shake it off. And then come straight down to the floor. So, I need to change the angle of the camera. So as you're getting down to the floor, and join me there. Hello again. Let's start. So we'll start with pelvic curls. So just as we did standing, we're really sliding ribs towards hips by deflating our belly balloon. So as you take a breath in, think about the balloon inflating, pushing your belly up, and then deflating as you push your belly down. As you compress your belly and deflate the belly balloon, your lower back slides towards the floor and your tailbone feels like it's lifting just a little bit. So just as we did when we were standing, the feeling is that you're curling yourself into a little ball, rolling your ribs in towards your hips, and your tailbone curls up off the floor. Let's breathe in again. Expand your rib cage, expand your belly, and then exhale and compress it all down. Like you're making a shallow bowl with your belly. Let's breathe in again. And then exhale and really notice how your tailbone curls up off the floor as your belly compresses down. Your hips are staying connected to the floor for the moment. We'll come up to bridge in a moment. Just relax everything down and come back to neutral. Let's do one more and then we'll come up to a bridge. So breathing in and then breathe out. And this time maybe let your bottom lift off the floor just a little bit and then lower it back down. Now we'll come up to our bridge. So knees are level with hips. Knees are not splaying out sideways. They're staying more or less vertical. Pressing our shoulders and hands into the floor. Big breath in. Expand the chest, expand the belly, and then breathe out. Push the back down towards the floor, curl the tailbone under, squeeze your glutes together and keep rolling up. Pushing your hips up, not your ribs. So your body should be in more or less a straight line all the way from your knees down to your shoulders. Breathe in while you're up here and then breathe out and exhale and reverse the movement down. One vertebra slides down towards the floor at a time, and now the tailbone settles down towards the floor. Let's take another breath in and then breathe out and reverse. Curl up. So tailbone first, hips come up off the floor second, squeezing the butt, pushing up, and then all the rest of your back comes up off the floor, so just your shoulder blades are left down on the floor and your heels are pushing right into the floor to activate those glute muscles. Hope you breathed in while you got to the top there and you haven't turned blue. Now let's breathe out and lower ourselves down as we go, one vertebra at a time. Good. So lifting up again. Let's come up one more time and hold. So exhaling, we lift up, pushing up. And then as you breathe out, lift your arms up towards the ceiling and see if you can still roll down in a controlled manner, coming down slowly. That's right, without any help from your hands. Bring your hands back down to the floor again. Let's roll up, breathing out, pushing up, And then breathe in at the top. Breathe out, lift your arms and slowly roll yourself down. So your belly and your back muscles are doing all the work, and then lower hands back down. Good, let's lift up again, rolling up. Now if we can, let's see if that didn't feel right for you, by the way. Keep your hands on the floor and roll yourself down with your hands still staying on the floor. If it felt okay, try this with me. So as your arms lift, as your bottom rolls down towards the floor, your back rolls down, you lower your hands all the way behind you, so that your hands are now behind you while your tailbone is low towards the floor. Let's try the reverse. Inhale and then exhale, roll your hips up and your hands come up, so that as you reach your limit, your hips are as high as they can, your hands are on the floor. Breathe in at the top, breathe out and reverse. Try not to let your hips sway from side to side, staying steady. Breathe in here, exhale, we roll up again, hands come up, and then down all the way to the floor while our hips come up as high as they can. Let's do a couple more. Inhaling at the top, exhaling as you roll down. Bottom lands. Inhale, exhale, roll up. Inhale at the bottom, exhale and roll back down. Keeping everything steady and in one line. Arms back overhead. Good job. Knees to chest. That's great. So now we'll try bicycle legs. So knees bent over your chest here, chin tucked. We'll start with our head on the floor and just work our legs to begin with. So breathe in and stretch long, breathe out and draw back in. Other leg goes long. So belly is compressed down, again, just the same. Deflating the belly balloon. Breathe in through your chest to keep your belly compressed. Breathe out as you draw back in. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. And if you like, you can speed it up. So you keep your legs working. Extend, extend, extend. That's it. So just taking them out to about a 45-degree angle is fine. You'll feel plenty of work going on in your belly. If it's too much, you can toe tap instead. Working from the hip, so hinging from the hip, not from the knee. So in this position, we're just working from the hips. Here, we're working a little bit harder with the legs going straight out like that. It's a longer lever. So your muscles of your belly have to work a little bit harder to control the movements. Now some of you might want a bit more challenge, in which case we're just going to lift our shoulders and bring our nose towards our knees that are working. So that's using more upper belly muscles, lower belly muscles are working the legs. How's that feeling? Good, good. That's probably quite enough. Now from here, let's try rolling up and down. Hands behind your thighs to roll yourself to sitting up, or come over onto your side and push yourself gently up. Where are we at? Okay, that's good. Feet on the floor, knees level with your hips. Do our classic roll up and down. We'll start with a half roll back, and you can stay here if you wish throughout the whole set of what we're going to do. Hands behind thighs, and we're going to roll ourselves back. It's the same movement again, deflating the belly balloon so that we arch our back. So we're wanting a C shape from our tailbone to about mid-back. Hands behind thighs is to help you come back up again. Let's watch what happens. Control the movement down and control the movement coming back up. So let's breathe in, sit up tall, squeeze your sit bones together to activate your pelvic floor and help control the exercise. Exhale and curl your spine back. As you do that, let yourself roll back and then breathe in and sit yourself up tall again. See how you can use your hands to help you back up again. If you feel ready, you don't need to use them. You can use your hands beside your knees. Breathe in to come back up and sit tall. The aim is to keep your feet firmly pressed on the floor. So use your belly, press those feet to the floor, squeeze the sit bones together, and keep your shoulders away from ears. Palms turn up if that's difficult for you. That usually helps. Breathing out as you roll back, breathing in as you sit up. Now sometimes your belly will work for you and you can come all the way down. Breathe in at the bottom, stretch up and come back up again. Exhale as you roll back down. Breathing out, rolling down. Control the movement. Breathe in, lift up. Use your belly, don't let your feet come off the floor like I just did, and reach up tall. Other option is to stretch your feet out and have your legs pressing down to the floor while you sit up tall. You can roll down here. So choose wherever you're at. If you need to keep your hands behind thighs to help you down and up, that's fine. Work the belly. The main thing is to concentrate on creating that C curve in your lower back or in your tailbone all the way to your mid-back. If you want to try, let's see how we go. I may or may not be able to do this. Let's see how we go. Rolling back, breathing out, keeping your legs close to the floor. If you like, your arms can come back overhead. Take a breath in, reach them up and forward. Tuck your chin, look at your feet, keep your legs pressed down towards the floor, reach up and come all the way forward. Breathing in, sitting up tall, breathing out, let's come back. Breathing out as you come down. Big breath in, reach your hands forward and then exhale to bring you all the way forward, arms as long as you can. Sit up tall. Let's just do one more. Rolling back. Wherever you're at, remember, wherever you're at, this is absolutely fine. It's working the same muscles in the same way, just doesn't look quite as extreme. All right, that's fantastic. Let's try a little bit of teaser preparation. Now, teaser is an exercise that is quite advanced actually. We can do a little bit of prep. Teaser uses the same kind of C curve in the lower back. Now this can be quite hard on your lower back, so take it easy, and if you need to, stay sitting up tall. Or continue with your gentle curls. So here in teaser, knees are together but not jammed together, they're just close. What we're going to do is just do a little bit of prep. We sit back on our tailbone, making a C curve by compressing our belly, deflate our belly balloon, create that C curve. Arms are approximately the same angle as your legs, so they're kind of like parallel with your thighs. We can start, again, your shoulders need to be relaxed, your belly is switched on and you're creating a C curve in your back. We're going to straighten one leg and we're going to lower it to the floor, breathing in, breathing out as it comes back up. Breathing in, breathing out. Holding that C curve in our lower back, keeping our belly compressed, deflating the belly balloon. Breathe in and breathe out. Bend your knees and relax for a moment. Let's try the other leg. Same thing. As soon as you're ready, so give yourself as much break as you need to. You can stop the tape, I'm sounding old. Stop the video anytime you need to and take a little break. But if you're ready, let's come up again. C curve, straighten that other leg, the leg furthest from me this time. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. You may start to feel this in your hip crease, in the crease of your hip. That means that you're still working on the strength of your belly to hold the C curve instead of using your hip flexors to operate your leg. That's fine. It's very, very common to get very tight in the crease of your hip. Let's just do one more lift and bend and relax. It's very common. Until we really learn to work the belly muscles and use them to make all the movement happen and hold us steady. Very common to be very tight in the hip flexors. You'll get there. Just work on it and give yourself enough rest and do fewer reps if necessary. Those who wish to can also try further work with teaser, where you have your legs straight, arms up, and you lower your back down, just like we did with our half roll back and up. So your leg stays where it is, and you're using your belly muscles to lift you up and down. Let's try switching legs. Again, trying to relax the shoulders. You roll back and come up, keeping your feet on the floor. Curl the back down and lift up. Let's try one more on this side. Breathing out, breathing in. Good job. We need to do a little bit more work elsewhere. Let's work onto our side. Come on to elbow and hip, just to begin with. So your elbow is directly under your shoulder. Let's come on to squeeze your bottom, so you push your bottom forward so your body is long. The bottom knee is bent and that foot is behind you on the floor. The top leg is straight. Hand on hip. We're going to just see if your shoulders can manage this, then that's great. If this is going to hurt your shoulder too much, then what I just want you to do is this. You push this side of your waist up towards the ceiling and push this side of your waist away from the floor. That's working the same muscles, and it might be a bit easier on your shoulder. Those who can manage, I really want you to actually lift your hips up off the floor. Hand on hip, try to keep them pushed forward, try and keep your body straight. So you're going to come up on your elbow, so your knee will stay on the floor, but your hip is going to lift right up off the floor. Let's see how we go. Take a breath in and then breathe out and push your hips up towards the ceiling. And breathe in at the top, breathe out as you lower back down. Let's try again. Big breath in and breathe out. Lift up and lower down. And again, if your shoulder doesn't like this movement, then stay there and just work your waist up and down. Same movement. Those who wish to could stretch their arm up towards the ceiling and see if you can touch the ceiling. Off we go. Breathe in, breathe out, and push up. And come back down, relax. Let's try again. Exhale and lift, really squeeze that hip up. Keep looking straight towards me so that your spine stays more or less in a line. Don't let your head drop down or squeeze it up. Keep it sort of central and lower down. Let's do two more. Lift up and lower. Lift up and lower. Good. Let's swing around to the other side. Same thing. Elbow directly under shoulder, bottom knee bent and foot pushed back behind, top leg long. Hand on hip just to start with. Just adjust yourself so you get around the furniture. That's fine. Again, you can lift your waist only, but if you can, let's lift our hip. Up we come. Bottom push forward, body straight. Breathe out and lift up. Just aiming that hip towards the ceiling. Breathing in, relax down. Breathe out, come up. And breathe in. Exhale, coming up. And lower back down. Two more. Exhale and lift up. And come down. Remembering to squeeze the bottom so your body stays pointing forwards. Good job. That's great. Very good. Let's do just a little bit more. Sorry, I'm just getting myself a little bit confused here. We're going to go prone now. Sorry, we need to, I'm running out of time is the thing. You see, I had more on the list, but we're running out of time. Fingertips on the floor so that you can keep your elbows pointing up towards the ceiling. Don't let them flop out towards the sides. Keep them squeezed together. We're going to work our upper back, squeezing our shoulder blades together. Fingertips on the floor. Keep your head looking straight down at the floor. And we're going to take a breath in first, and then as we exhale, squeeze the shoulder blades together and lift the chest. Squeeze your bottom and lift your belly to support your lower back. And relax down. So fingertips stay connected to the floor if you wish, or you can lift them off. Once again, feet stay on the floor. Squeeze the bottom, squeeze the sit bones together. Breathe in, and then exhale. And lift the shoulders, squeezing the elbows together behind, squeezing the shoulder blades together behind, and lower back down. Big breath in here. Exhale and lift. Squeezing up, breathe in, coming down. Exhale and lift again. Inhale and lower. One more, coming up and lowering down. Now, a couple more here, and if you wish, lift the leg that's closest to me as you lift your shoulders and squeeze your shoulder blades together behind. So once again, squeezing the glutes first, squeezing sit bones together, activate the lower abdominals so that you protect your lower back, but work it at the same time. Big breath in, and then exhale and lift the leg at the same time as squeezing the elbows together and squeezing shoulder blades. Breathe in, lift the other leg this time, breathing out and down. Really make it feel like your lower back, all your back muscles are working all together. So the muscles up near your shoulder blades, in your mid-back, your lower back, and your glutes are squeezing like anything, alternating legs as you lift. Keeping your face looking straight down to the floor. Breathe out and squeeze everything together. Fingertips can come off the floor if you wish. They're just there as props. They're not pushing on the floor at all. Breathe out and lift up and lower. Breathing in. Breathe out. Why are we breathing out when we're exerting ourselves? So that we can work more muscles and use our belly muscles to help us as well. So compressing all those muscles there, up and down our back, and in our belly and our pelvic floor, helps us use them rather than strain them. Let's do one more each side. Exhale and lift. Squeeze, 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 and lower. Breathe in. Last one. Exhale and lift and lower. Good job. Hands to the floor. Push up gently. Bring the knees in and stretch yourself back to child's pose and rest your back for a moment. So, good job on that work. Let's see if we've got a little bit more work to do here. So let's come up onto our horse stance, and we'll just do one more thing, which will work our side body just a little bit more. You can have your hands flat on the floor. If that doesn't suit them, then come on up to knuckles. But we're not going to be here for a very long time, and you may need a bit extra stability to have your hands flat on the floor. So again, neutral spine. So arch up to begin with, and then compress your belly towards the floor so you lift your tailbone and open your chest. So then come back into the middle. So just try it one or two more times to get a sense of what's in the middle. So these are the extremes, and we want to be in the middle. So our spine is as long and relaxed but long. Belly is lifted. You're going to take the hand furthest from me and reach through underneath, taking your shoulder towards the floor. So, take a breath in, and then as you exhale, reach towards me, bend your front elbow and take your shoulder down towards the floor. Then lift up, lifting your belly at the same time, and lower your hand. Other way. Take a breath in, breathe out, breathe out, breathe out as you lower down. Breathe in and come back up. Let's try a couple more each side. Again, Spine is trying to stay as neutral as possible. Breathe in and then breathe out and turn. Feel your belly muscles working to push as you push your hand towards me, and then come up, and you're getting a little bit of a tricep workout at the same time. Arm reaches, breathe in and breathe out. As you reach it down, shoulder comes towards the floor. Let's do one more each side. Breathe in and reach. Breathe out as you come down. Breathing in, coming up. Breathe out, in again, and breathe out and stretch wide. Breathing in, coming up. Let's do one more each side. Exhale and really stretch it long. Inhale, coming back to center, and come back again. Exhaling again as you lower all the way down towards the floor. Your head will probably come towards the floor as well. Good work. So come back again, sit back, give your wrists a roll and a shake, and we'll come back to child's pose for some stretches and then finish. So stretch yourself back. Roll onto your back for some supine twists. Arms go wide and just let your knees come towards me, keeping your shoulders flat on the floor. Stretching out the side body muscles for the moment. Shoulders flat if you can. Turn your head the other way and just enjoy the stretch. Then lifting up, and we'll go the other side. So bring knees to the other side, shoulders wide. Good work. I hope you enjoyed the workout. A couple more stretches to finish. Lifting up, roll yourself up and over and sit up for mermaid stretch. This is good for our hips as well. So knees are kind of in 90-90 position. One foot against your thigh and the other foot is back. We're going to do a C curve each side. So place this hand on this ankle that's to the side there. Stretch this arm up, reach up tall, and then exhale and stretch over towards this one side. Then we're going the other way. Try and relax your shoulders and just really stretch out the side body. Hand comes down and we'll switch sides. So breathe in this way. This elbow will need to bend a little bit. Try to make a C curve through your spine rather than kind of leaning over. Try to curve through your mid chest. Stretch over to the side. And come back. Gently swing the knees to the other side. Hand on ankle. Breathe in and lift up. And we're going this way. Exhaling and stretching over. Just breathe and relax. Just enjoy. And coming on up. Other arm lifts. Breathe up, reach tall. And then C curve over to the side. Good job. From here we can go into pigeon pose, as it's known in Pilates, or maybe swan if you're more familiar with that. Keep your knees in 90-90 place if that suits your hips better. And we're simply going to reach forward as far as we're able. If you're able, stretch this leg back behind, curl over so that you roll your hip towards your heel, and then again stretch out as far as you're comfortable. It's a really nice stretch for your glutes as well as your hip flexor at the front here. We won't stay here too long. You can stay as long as you like. We're simply going to swing round and stretch the other leg. So you can stay there if you wish, and I'll just show you. You just lift up, turn over. Again, this side you might need to be in 90-90 and come down like so. Otherwise, if you can, stretch long, roll hip towards heel and ease yourself forward just as far as you can. And again, you can stay as long as you like. Do as many stretches as you like. Thank you for joining me again, and we'll see you next time. Bye for now.